Shaedon Sharpe has been cooking lately. The last 5 games, he's averaging 24.8 points, 7 rebounds, and 3.8 assists per game. 3 areas of improvements this season we are going to go over to showcase that he's going to be the complete package offensively when it's all said and done. He's going to be an all-star sooner rather than later. Let's not waste any more time. Number 1, finishing at the rim. Last season, in the restricted area, he shot 54.2%. This season, he's up to 69.3%. And let me tell you, this leap was bound to happen considering he's a one-of-one athlete. If you haven't seen this dunk, I don't know where you have been, but look at how high he gets off the ground. On top of that, he cocks it all the way back. Dunk of the year candidate right there. And with that leaping ability, he should be a problem, and he's becoming a problem when he's driving to the rim. It's that simple. Versus OKC, one of the best rim protectors, Isaiah Hartenstein, gets caught off guard because look at Shaedon Sharpe, how quickly he gets off the ground. One moment he's here, the next he's laying it in above your head. But you're also seeing him develop finesse as a driver. Versus Indiana, he attacks a reckless closeout. At this point, Siakam probably expects him to challenge him vertically, going right. Instead, Sharpe with a quick euro to the left, and then the finger roll finish. Impressive stuff. And impressive finishes like this are becoming more common. Also, notice the respect he's getting as he catches. Pretty crazy considering his percentage from 3 is down to 32%. But here's the thing, he shoots 6 threes per game, making that defense respect him, and everyone knows he can get hot randomly, so he still draws the defense and draws closeouts. But how about him hanging in the air, taking contact, and finishing with his weak hand, his left hand? Per pivotfade.com, last season, he shot 3.7 layups per game at 43.7%. This season, basically the same amount, 3.3 attempts to be exact, but shooting 59.3% on layups, and that ranks him in the 67th percentile. Seeing this leap as a 21-year-old makes me think, what is he going to look like in this regard as a finished product in like 5 years or so? Number 2 improvement goes to his mid-range game. During his rookie season 2 years ago, he shot 40% from there, 49th percentile on only 1.1 mid-range attempted shots. Then last season, he shot 1.8 per game at 42.4%. And now this season, he's looking for it more often, 2.5 mid-range jump shots attempted per game, 91st percentile. On top of that, he's shooting 46.3% in that area. And let's take a look at the film versus the Cavaliers, currently the 7th ranked defense, and versus Boston, the 5th ranked defense. And you will see his potential as a mid-range bucket getter. Here, he's getting pressured by Darius Garland. Quick crossover leads his defender into the screen. And now he does the Chris Paul signature slow up and plant that defender on your back, taking him out of the play. And at this point, you're thinking, oh, Cleveland is still in solid position considering Allen is right in front of him. Nope. Despite the traffic, he feels comfy enough to take this floater and knock it down. And then naturally in the flow of the game, he gets Ty Jerome on him. He laughs with glee and decides to ISO. In and out dribble, stop, extend, pull back, between, attack the space he created with a burst of speed. Stop it here. He sees Jerome's hand in the cookie jar, so he tries to swipe through for that foul. It doesn't create contact, but it does allow him to gain the edge on his opponent. Then he just floats it over the top because he's too big. Here, he has Sam Hauser on him, one dribble between into a wicked spin move that creates separation. He then goes back as the defender recovers forward. He's into his shot as his defender is still on the ground, full speed. That is just a work of basketball art, let me tell you. And last year, he took a dip in efficiency across the board as he dealt with injury. He didn't play many games. Now his numbers this season are pretty much the same as his rookie year in terms of efficiency, besides his three-point shooting. But this season is way more impressive in my opinion and hopeful for his future as a volume scorer because he's shooting way more. As a rookie, he only shot 8.1 shots per game. This season, he's up to 14.7. Not only that, but this season, 50.5% of his shots are unassisted, a huge jump compared to prior seasons, 44.9% last season and 33.3% as a rookie. And with all that added responsibility, he's being more efficient in the mid-range region and at the rim, right in front of our eyes. He's developing into a legit 3-level scorer who can operate on and off the basketball. Moving on to number 3, his last improvement. We are seeing slight growth as a playmaker for him, averaging over 2.5 assists per game over the past 2 seasons. And this season, he's averaging a career high for assist to turnover ratio. Last season, he averaged 2.9 assists per game with 2.3 turnovers. And this season, he's down to 1.8 turnovers per game. I take you to his season high in assists. A game against the Detroit Pistons, he's operating in the pick and roll to commit onto him. Good recognition to realize the help defender is a guard, so if he throws it high, DeAndre Ayton will have a huge advantage. And you can tell he has major respect from their defense. Jalen Duren covering well beyond the three-point line. He knows if he gets by him, that passing lane will open up, and that's exactly what happens. Look at the type of attention he's drawing. That's star type of coverage. He doesn't panic either. He just keeps his dribble, buys some time, and finds Kamara cutting for 2. Heavy ball pressure from Tim Hardaway Jr. here. If someone does that to Sharpe, 99% of the time he's blowing past them and getting in the paint. Instead of forcing a floater, he kicks it out to the wide open corner and gets rewarded. And here's some footage of him versus Atlanta where, again, I thought he had a great playmaking game. Dyson Daniels glued on to him. That dude is playing like a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Also, notice how the other teams usually have their better defenders on Sharpe. I call that respect. Anyway, instead of forcing his shot, he knows wherever I throw it, Robert Williams will probably get it. Great pass, great dunk. And this is a killer screen from Robert Williams. I mean, come on. He just decks him. And then look at him get cocky. He does the typical, I'm going to look, but then quickly not look to make it seem like it's a no-look pass. Oldest trick in the book to make yourself look fancy. And they were spamming this duo in the pick and roll. This time, he kicks it out to a three-pointer, and it's good. He's trusting his teammates and being rewarded. And I really enjoy this play as well because the ball just doesn't stick to him. He has 2 on him. He quickly passes to the open man, and then he gets the rock back and immediately knows the next pass. He doesn't waste any time. Right to Murray for another 3. That's all I got. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and check out my other videos.